Good morning. Happy Sunday, fourth graders. It's Mrs. Doran coming at ya with some fraction fun. I thought that I would put together this little video to help you prepare for your big test on Tuesday. We're going to be going over all of the concepts that are on the test, from multiplying fractions with whole numbers to adding and subtracting mixed numbers and understanding mixed numbers and fractions that are greater than 1. The first concept that I'd like to practice is an improper fraction to a mixed number. So I'm going to just make one up off the top of my head, and this is how you could practice at home this weekend as well. Let's go ahead, and we know with an improper fraction, the numerator is larger than the denominator. So let's try 13 fourths. Sometimes it's hard to write with the pen that's right here. Okay, so 13 fourths. Let's talk about what this means and what you should be picturing in your head when you see the fraction 13 fourths. 13, our numerator, is essentially how many pieces you have. And 4, that's your denominator. That's the number that never changes. That 4 tells us how many pieces our whole's cut into. Hey, say good morning to Henry. So let's go ahead and visualize and picture what 13 fourths looks like. Knowing your denominator is how many pieces your whole is cut into is huge and will really help you to understand this concept. So I'm just going to draw. Of course. There's one whole, and that denominator tells me I need to cut that whole into 4 equal pieces. So I'm just going to divide this whole into 4 equal pieces. There's one. And then, aha, there's my whole, and it's cut into fourths. Then what I need to do is count off my numerator. So I have 13 fourths, which means each individual piece, I need to have 13 of those. So let's go ahead and count. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, I need to create another whole. And I know this about improper fractions. Whenever the numerator is larger than the denominator, that means that I have more than one whole. So here's one whole. I have to create another whole, and that whole again is going to be divided into how many pieces? 4, because my denominator is 4. So let's go ahead, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can continue my count here. So I have I need to count to 13, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 8 pieces. I need to get to 13. Let's draw another whole. That whole is going to be divided into 4 pieces. Now I could essentially draw any picture for my whole. I'm just using these because they're a good visual. So here's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and look at, I only got to 12 pieces, but I need 13. So that means I'm going to create another whole. Again, my whole is going to be divided into 4 equal pieces because my denominator never changes. I have to continuously draw a whole that's cut into 4 pieces. All right, so here we go. I have 4, 8, 12, and then one more piece out of this whole, which gives me 13 fourths, or 1, 2, 3 wholes and 1 fourth. So 13 fourths is the same thing, or equals 3 wholes and 1 fourth. And no matter your level of understanding, if you're an advanced mathematician and you like to use that mental math and you want to use division, I still think it's important that you're able to picture this concept right here. You're able to picture your wholes and that each whole is cut into 4 pieces and that 13/4 would be 13 pieces out of those 4. Just a review for my mental mathematicians, you could do this in your head thinking, one whole is cut into 4 pieces, so how many times can I fit 4 into 13? Well, one group of 4 is 4. You can see that right here with this one. 2 groups makes 8. 3 groups makes 12. So I'm at 12 pieces right there. That's 3 wholes. And that one piece left over, which is right over here, is my 1/4. So thank you for watching. That's our first concept for today. And tune in for some more.